open the government.
And not long after Vice President Vance again urged Democrats to stop blocking funding, the president posted on Truth Social, it's time to play the Trump card, the nuclear option, calling for an end to the filibuster, which Democrats have been using.
Republican leaders in the Senate have already rejected that idea, but if you nuke the filibuster, the GOP can reopen the government on their own.
The shutdowns left furloughed federal workers unpaid, but Fox's Doug Luzader also reports.
While troops will be paid today after the Pentagon has shifted some funding around, tomorrow federal SNAP benefits are set to run out. Head Start and WIC funds will soon be in jeopardy, just as open enrollment begins for Obamacare plans.
Now, Democrats warn millions of Americans will face big increases in the cost of coverage if Republicans don't agree to add a provision to a funding bill to extend some Obamacare subsidies set to expire at the end of the year. Hurricane Melissa is moving past Bermuda after leaving a trail of destruction and nearly 50 deaths in the Caribbean, many of them in Jamaica, where the devastation is widespread after Melissa hit as one of the most powerful storms ever. Fox Weather's Robert Ray talked to this distraught survivor.
I lose everything.
What will you do now?
I don't know where to start from. I just need some help to put back myself.
Are you okay?
No.
A different storm hit the Northeast, causing flash flooding in New York City. 2 people died in basements that were deep underwater. 4 days before Election Day, a red candidate is hoping for a blue upset in New Jersey's governor's race.
And when Democratic mayors across this state are endorsing the Republican nominee, it tells you we're onto something.
Jack Ciattarelli at a town hall on Fox's Hannity, but a new Fox News poll still has Ciattarelli trailing the Democrat. Mikey Sherrill is at 52%. He's at 45%. Another Fox poll is giving New York City Mayor Socialist candidate Zohran Mamdani a 16-point lead over former Governor Andrew Cuomo. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's go!
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's now down to 11 dead hostages Hamas is still holding that it has to turn over as part of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. After Israel confirmed the 2 bodies handed over yesterday were 2 hostages. Israel has said Hamas's delay returning the others is a breach of the deal that is still holding despite recent flare-ups of deadly fighting. In Britain, the Jeffrey Epstein underage girl sex trafficking scandal has left a prince no longer a prince. King Charles has taken that title away from his brother.
The family of Virginia Roberts Giuffre is praising King Charles III's move that means his brother will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Earlier this month, Andrew surrendered the use of the title Duke of York over renewed sexual abuse allegations by Giuffre, whose posthumous memoir Nobody's Girl was recently published. She said she was trafficked by sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in the early 2000s and exploited by Andrew and other influential men, claims Andrew denies. Epstein was found dead in a New York City jail cell in 2019 in what officials ruled a suicide. Giuffre died by suicide in April at age 41. Her brother, Sky Roberts, praised the king's decision but said Andrew should face further investigation. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, the Nasdaq could rebound from yesterday's big sell-off. Its futures up more than 300 points, about the same size as yesterday's losses. Dow futures also rising. On Thursday Night Football, the Ravens win in a rout.
He throws, and this time it is caught for the touchdown.
And then
the tight end Mark Andrews.
And then Lamar Jackson found him again in the end zone.
Passes caught by Andrews for another touchdown.
Jackson threw 2 more TD passes returning from injury and leading Baltimore to a 28-6 win over the Dolphins in Miami on Amazon Prime Video. Now, the baseball season could end tonight if the Toronto Blue Jays win Game 6 of the World Series at home. If Los Angeles wins, the defending champion Dodgers will force a Game 7 finale tomorrow. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news
A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home. Sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Aclivis is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, Diane's already dressed up.
I did. Happy Halloween.
People can see your little...
It's a really fun kind of holiday, huh?
Headset. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Candy and dressing up as something in costume. So many terrific costumes. Boy, I had to, MC a costume contest with the little ones, and there was at least 500 kids involved that evening.
Soye wanted to be that Judge Bad, but no, it didn't go to you. So, oh, man.
Yeah, well, Diane's the expert there.
There you go.
Anyway, it's Halloween, and happy Halloween on the last day of October. All Saints Day is tomorrow.
Yes.
Correct.
As we get it going, fall back on the clocks, and you go to bed tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Football tomorrow, late morning, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
11 a.m. kickoff. It's Rutgers in town. They're coming in Big Silver Bird today. And then they'll play, and weather looks pretty darn good, Mr. Reagan.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Diane, you have the trick-or-treat candy? Yep.
I do.
We're good on that front.
Because we have a Hugs and Bugs down the street, and they walk around all the downtown Philo businesses, and we're on the way to the library, so we had to figure out the candy for them.
Got to get candy. And those are the kids that are like, who are you?
I know.
They're like really little.
They're only 3 or 4.
Three?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe 4. Anyway, little kids are so cute.
One of them had a little box.
And we'll never remember they went by a radio station.
No, I don't think they will.
Unfortunately.
No, it's okay. And we're trying to figure out tonight at my house whether I have the lights on or off, but I just got to go buy a bucket of candy I haven't bought.
That's right.
We just have a lot of people in our neighborhood that will get dropped off. And then, I've had 20 at the door at the same time.
Yeah.
You could do the honor system,
right.
try to put a bowl out and a sign, take one, and go from there, see how long that lasts.
They just dump that right
Have
into
anybody seen on social media, the ones that move if you get close to them? Did you see the animals' reactions?
Oh.
I've seen, this was in Alaska, a poor moose came on coming on their porch, and they smelled the candy, and then the skeleton moved, and the moose jumped back and broke their whole porch.
Oh, no.
It was huge. Why would you do that? And then I saw a little deer jump. I saw a bear jump.
Right.
Raccoon or possum that will go into that freeze, pass out, faint mode.
That's right.
So mean. Come on, man. Don't scare the animals.
I was going to tell Greg, though, one of the little kids last year was wearing a flannel shirt, and the suspenders held up a box that was like a combine. It was awesome.
It was really good.
Like a homemade, outfit, costume.
If some little kid wants to go as a, TV weather forecaster, get the suit and tie or the dress on, whatever, and get one of those, get a piece of cardboard, paint it in that lime green, chroma colored key, and walk around like that with a weather pointer or something.
What were you?
I don't know.
Were you ever anything that you remember, Greg?
Nah. It was, just sort of, go out there. A hobo, I think, was frequent.
And
some old clothes that don't fit
you,
that type of thing. And then, but, we had to have, 10 layers of clothes, and it was blowing 100 miles an hour and snow and dark by 3 in the afternoon. So, relatively speaking.
Janet, we really excited about the kids coming into our house, but we have, when Diane was doing this, she said had none a few years. I think the one I remember the best is probably 8th grade. I was Quasimodo, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay.
And I was completely covered. Everything was pretty. The only thing anybody could see is one of my eyes. And Thelma Malone looked at me and said, I know who you are. One eye.
Okay.
Amazing.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
A big old pillow on your back
Yeah,
there
the whole
behind
thing.
your neck
Yeah.
and all that.
Brother Johnny dressed up as a fight of water tower once. That was pretty good.
I like that.
The whole water tower with completely covered. It was pretty
Did
elaborate.
it say center of the universe back
Not at
then?
that time.
Okay.
Pre-India, so it's not
Okay,
at that
good.
time. All right, let's get to the weather. 10 after 7. Our
Yes.
meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, and along every step of the way and a better chance for survival, the Mills Breast Cancer Institute. Learn more at carl.org.
All right, sir, you got Halloween today, trick-or-treating 6 to 8 tonight in the Champaign-Urbana area. And I think small towns are the same, or are they out of my
Most 6 to 8, like Broadlands is starting at 5:30 and ending at 8:30 or something.
All right.
So.
Check your village, check your town, but 6 to 8 in Champaign and Urbana. All right, sir, what are you seeing for our weekend with football and high school football playoffs and all?
Well, we'll be dry for the day-to-day. There's still a gusty wind component, probably 15 to maybe 20-mile-an-hour winds out there in the late afternoon, early on this evening. Probably going to be somewhere about slightly north of 50 if we're going to be in that time frame of between 5 and 8 or so this evening. So about 52, 51, fall back into the mid-40s by the mid-evening around here. And again, a pretty acceptable day's worth of weather. And matter of fact, for the weekend, and a big warm-up slated around here for next week. Big window of opportunity if you're still trying to wrap it up with the fall harvest and cleanup season underway. 35 at Willard and Savoy, 39 at Rantoul later on this afternoon. Should top out with partly sunny sky to about 58. Down that west wind 12 to 22 and gusty down to the mid-30s tonight. And partly sunny over the weekend. More of it on Sunday. There might be a sprinkle that comes along here at some point, maybe later on tonight or tomorrow morning. About 46, 47 at kickoff, 53 in the afternoon, 56 on a sun-filled Sunday. Don't forget the time change the next week. 61 Monday, mid to upper 60s Tuesday and Wednesday, lower 60s next Thursday and Friday. Next chance for a little rain, and just that come next Friday. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
In what ways did you challenge your defense this week, and how did you see them respond to it?
Yeah, I think to know our opponents, so we all know we're playing Rutgers on Saturday, right? But they're playing the person they're playing against, right? Like, I think one of the big things that I really was in tune to when I made that jump to the NFL was, okay, it's the Patriots, when we were getting ready to play a certain team, but it's about how you as a right guard match up against their D tackle, right? And that's the thing. We got 8 games on these guys. Rutgers has had a lot of good players come into the program, and now they get to see them in matchup issues. Obviously, we concentrate on a lot of the Big Ten games, but even going back to that first game, Ohio and the challenges that brought to them. But last week at Purdue, it's almost the same mirrored trip for them, right? They're coming in same time frame in the same region of the country, and so that game last week obviously.
Yep, Brett Bielema about Rutgers coming in later today. Be here with the game at 11 a.m.
Yep.
And we got to win. So sold out. I think it'll be a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And things get started early and be done by 2:30 with the game.
That's right. We got that Illini run that you could take at 7 a.m. with Josh Whitman.
I wonder how many people are headed that way. 7 a.m. at what, B-Field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the walk. I think that's around 8:20, but around 8 or so, you have the band performing and things like that right outside of Geese Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
It's a terrific scene. Somebody was saying, I don't know, my kid. The kids will have a blast in Grange Grove with the inflatables. And it's Dad's weekend.
No, there'll be a lot of dads around that are down on the field, the band and cheerleaders and linettes. The dads try to dance.
That's right.
And you're saying that family had a lot of talent coming from the mom. Dad's down there, and usually they're not perfect weight.
Right. The Illinites might be, scolding their dad.
Yeah.
Come on, like, I showed you these dance moves, Dad. Come on, Pop.
I think a lot of daughters are probably going, that's fine, huh? Dad, you're doing great.
Okay.
Being kind. Anyway, so we have a shutdown that is continued for the entire 31 days of October. Word is, according to Fox News at the top of the hour, that maybe they'll go nuclear. That means they'll kick out the filibuster. That means that you only need 50 votes. That means the Republicans could open the government. Also means that the Democrats will do it to them later. When they get back in power, they'll do the same thing. You'll be powerless. But, not sure if that's a good idea, but I don't know. I don't know where this ends.
Right.
You got 42 million going without the EBT, the SNAP card.
To such a big number on that.
I don't know. It's a lot of people getting help, and
Right.
I would immediately after this, I would start a program that weans us off of this and gets people back to work that are capable.
Right.
That's for sure. It's too many people getting assistance. And have a clip of a woman saying, yeah, I sell my $2,000. She gets $2,500 a month in food.
Man.
$2,500?
Wow.
And she sells $2,000 of it for $1,200 hard cash. So there's some stuff going on that shouldn't be going on.
Sure.
All right, we'll get to the other sports headlines. We have a Stever, brand new Stever. You're going to love this. Stand by. Do not go away. Don't touch that dial. I'll announce that in 5 minutes.
I was just seeing how Governor Pritzker ordered $20 million in state funds directed towards food banks in an executive order last night. So he's got some support coming in.
That's not going to go very far.
I know.
So we have 17,000 homes is what you told me in Champaign County.
I know.
Wait a minute. One,
families.
Two,
and it was
17,000 families.
31,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, I just go count a neighborhood. That's 80, 81, 80, 17,000?
That's a lot.
In our county?
Right.
How many houses do we have in our county? I mean, that's got to be, what, half? I don't know. Probably not half, but I mean, it's probably 30 or 40%, which the national average is, we have 42 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that sounds like a whole lot of people in our county that's getting help.
With the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
But I didn't know the numbers were in the thousands.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a woman on social media say that she gets, counting child support, $10,000 a month.
What?
Well, she has 7 kids.
Oh, my goodness.
So I don't know. All right, 7:16.
All right. Well, we have a World Series game tonight, Stevie. I know you were looking up the pitchers. Did we figure that out?
Yeah, the Japanese Yamamoto.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Dodgers' best pitcher by far. The last 2 games, he's had 9-inning complete games. So the Dodgers know it's all or nothing tonight. They have to get to Game 7. Toronto totally favored, but tonight Toronto's an underdog in Toronto, playing for popping champagne in their locker room already, icing down. And they gave the Dodgers the nod because this pitcher, he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay, well, we've got Toronto leading the series 3-2, and it's at 7 o'clock on Fox for Game 6. We had our Illinois women's basketball team winning over Maryville. That final was 79-60. A dozen players got to see some playing time, so the official start of the season is on Tuesday. For the guys, it's November 3rd, so that's Monday against Jackson State, right?
Yeah, 7:30.
I'm just second guessing everything.
No, Monday, Jackson State. It's it's one thing. These earlier games, usually it's like, oh boy, we're going to beat. We hope we beat Jackson State, but it's a new present every Christmas. We don't know what we have. We haven't seen everybody together. So I think there's a lot of interest in Illinois basketball, obviously.
And NBA action had Milwaukee over Golden State 120-110. New York's in Chicago where the 4-0 Bulls 4-0. Wow. That's at 7 o'clock. And Atlanta's in Indiana to face the Pacers at 6. We had LeBron James as an author now with the Happy Spooky Halloween book that came out yesterday, Stevie. I'll have to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
NFL action at Baltimore over Miami 28-6. Bears in Cincinnati at noon over on Q96. Got the Colts in Pittsburgh and Carolina in Green Bay.
Weather brought to you this morning by Busey. For over 157 years, it's Busey, member FDIC. New Stever to announce. Stand by.
Our soccer team won yesterday.
Oh, good. They advanced.
So get everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Quiet and eventful weather here on this Halloween Friday into the early days of November, other than a passing sprinkle, clouds and sun, and a couple of fast-moving, windier weather systems on the move. Next week, broader scale warm-up expected. Temperatures above average will push well into the 60s by Wednesday. Shower chances are pretty much minimal, confined to late next week. For the day-to-day, partly sunny, a bit breezy. Mid to late afternoon trick-or-treat temperature about 58 with a northwest to west wind on the increase to 12 to 22. Mostly cloudy for tonight. Evening temperatures will slide back in the mid to upper 40s for the last trick-or-treaters. West wind overnight lows down to 36. Tomorrow, November 1, partly sunny. Kickoff temperature about 46, 47, 53 later in the ball game. Lighter on the northwest to west wind down to 33 tomorrow night. Back to standard time on Sunday, mostly sunny, 56. We warm it up into the low and mid 60s Monday and Tuesday. Upper 60s and a gusty wind Wednesday. 62 next Thursday. Next chance for a shower come next Friday.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes. or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
And this is the Fox Business Report.
Energy earnings are coming in. Exxon's profit declined. It's dealing with lower prices for crude oil, higher costs, and other factors. It was able to produce more oil from the Permian Basin and Guyana, which partially offset the impact. ExxonMobil shares down 1.5%. Chevron was also impacted by the same factors. Its sales declined in the summer quarter, and its profit also was lower. It had expenses related to its merger with Hess. However, Chevron's earnings and revenue held up better than expected, and the stock is 0.5% higher. Amazon and Apple both reported better than expected earnings. Demand for Amazon's cloud computing business jumped in the quarter. Apple's upbeat quarter was helped by sales of the new iPhone 17. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda. Invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
Stay out of my shop.
Katie Porter, the leading candidate for Democrat governor of California, keeps imploding her campaign, keeps imploding her career, and there will be more videos because you can't have a 65% staff turnover rate and think all those people are ready to sing the praises. And that means it's going to be the end of Katie Porter.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
Boris Pickett.
Yeah, you ever seen the live version with his face? It's scary. He looks like he's got a costume. Looks like he's got a costume on. It's black and white. This is an old one.
I know that.
All right, it's Halloween. Good morning. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hello.
And we're glad you're listening. All right, so yesterday, 7:23. By the way, Brother Johnny coming up from New Orleans. Ed Martin joins us. Big piece on CNN about Ed Martin. He's the Deputy Assistant Attorney General now for the United States. He's got a few minutes while he's walking to his next meeting.
Okay.
So we'll call him at about 7:33 and get to keep him for about 12 minutes today.
And if you're thinking I'm going to miss that, you can always listen to the show, StevieJay.com, and we have a podcast drop down here at any time.
Okay, so how long have we known about Monocle's Pizza?
I mean, since 1959 in my family.
That's exactly right.
My dad used to play, poker and stuff with Ralph Monocle, and
that's why he had to have a pizza place because Gene Ducey took his money.
And we had a downtown bowling alley and all that. It was hopping. I mean, after every kind of drama or musical or every kind of winning game or whatever, you came to Monocle's in Tolona.
Yeah, well, they're still out there and vibrant as ever. And I was feted to an amazing lunch yesterday where I got to try like 8 or 10 different things. And that is, how good can that be?
Yeah, my son Aiden loves the sandwiches.
No, they've got this, and I had a sample. I think it was a hot Sicilian. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I had a sampling of everything. Have you had the Point pizza?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, it's a little sweeter sauce.
Okay.
It had some stuff going on.
All right.
I had, what was it, the mozzarella and garlic, it was little cheese sticks, and then there was this what is that called? It's called the pepperolis.
Oh yeah,
cinnamon roll.
It's kind of like a cinnamon roll,
Yeah.
only it's pizza
It's
style.
a little pizza thing,
and you can dip it in some marinara.
I immediately noticed the sausage is like something out of the world. It's their own sausage.
Nice.
Tons of flavor. I mean, it was anyway. Really enjoyed being with Jim Nogle, Judd Nogle, Jim Hedge. Janelle Reentz is the CEO. And her husband is like this world-class high school football coach.
Oh, really?
He's a high school football coach. His winning percentage is like 82%. He's like 285 and 65.
Wow.
He's won 3 state championships, and it's Wilmington in Class 2A. They might win it again this year.
Nice.
So I looked him up. Jeff Reentz is his name. So great being with Janelle. And also Angie, the regional manager, was there. So we were sitting around and just talking monocles and the history of monocles, because I have a 1973 family pleaser card that Jenny Wood gave me when I had the best football picks in a certain week at Unity High School, and I still have it.
Okay.
And Jim Nogle has confirmed it's still good.
Okay.
Pretty fired up. Anyway, so what we're doing on a Stever today is I'm giving out $50 bills.
Okay.
And one thing that struck me, I'll be very honest, I think some of their prices are too low. You can knock out a family pleaser. There's 16-inch a big old pizza with a massive bowl of that great salad with that cheese on top,
and then a pitcher of drink.
Yeah, a pitcher of pop, and then you get that red dressing on top of that.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Monocle's dressing is the best.
By the way, not only can you buy that red dressing at Monocle's, it's coming to Harvest Market maybe by next week.
Okay,
man,
just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, there you go. So listen, thank you to everyone who treated me yesterday. I loved being there, and I love learning about. I mean, this is the appropriate bumper I have for the Monocles. It's we are family.
Yes,
you have people that have been making pizzas for them for decades.
I know it.
The same people.
Yeah, and it's the same recipe. You know, Ida and Walt, I think, were the parents of Ralph. That it's cracker thin crust. But you can get different crusts too.
But you can go in. It's a restaurant. You know, not many pizza places have a real set down. And then I love the little placemat. Get off your phones and play the puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we always do the word search for time. You know, who's going to finish first?
That's awesome.
All of that.
All right, so what we're doing is giving out $50 bills to Monocles at GoStever.com. Thousands of you have joined our club because you found a really smart radio person to give you money. So I'll give you $50 to go eat. Now, here are your locations that it has to be used at. It's listed on the offer. You can go to Tolono. You can go to Urbana. You can go to Champaign. You can go to St. Joe, Mahomet, or Rantoul.
Nice.
So you have 6 choices to use your $50. I want you to eat there within the next 7 days.
Okay.
And then you have the survey that'll click when you're all done and you push complete.
Nice.
I'm thinking $50 it really goes a long way.
I love it.
We are family owned, locally owned. I don't know of another pizza place been around since 1959.
I haven't.
I don't think so.
Can't think of something.
But I love the culture they've developed because you generally don't get people making pizzas or making the dough for you for decades.
Right.
The same people.
That's right.
I think it's unusual, but that's a family culture they've developed there. So I'm jacked about them. It wasn't anything I had I didn't like.
Right.
So I've been gifted with this fabulous menu.
It'd be great for this evening, actually, as you get ready for trick-or-treating.
Well,
you just get the kids some of those little small squares and you send them off after that.
One other thing that they do that I've never heard of is they have something called setup. So you can call Monocles and say, could you take my order? I'm going to come in and sit down and eat, but I'd like it ready. Mm-hmm. So you walk in, within 5 minutes, you're eating.
Okay.
How about that? Because some people don't have, you can go in and out of there an hour easy.
Well, especially with the little ones who don't have much of
it's
they're not patient.
You go in there and you'll be eating in minutes.
I love it.
Won't take. Anyway, really great to really get inside and the restaurant. I was in Urbana. It was at the Pines in Urbana.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, I look at the corners of the floor. Everything's clean.
I know that.
I don't think it'd be very easy to have a restaurant.
I've been to at least a half a dozen meetings there, Stevie, where there's 10 or 20 of us sitting around the tables, and that was really enjoyable.
Okay, mad dash now to GoStever.com. You can click accept. You'll get an email if you're one of our lucky winners tonight. And then I can't wait to get the feedback from what you thought. I thought it was terrific and really great. I just really like the culture and the feel in there. And I can't believe how far $50 goes at Monocles. Maybe it's smaller towns, more sensitive to the price, but I think you can go in and 3, 4, 5 of you might be able to eat for $50.
That's right.
$60. It's just really, who has an appetizer for like $6? This where?
Good stuff.
You go to Jimmy John's, and what are they now? $15 to eat?
Yeah,
I mean, Subway's like 10 or 15.
Right.
What happened to the $5?
No.
Monocle's Pizza. Those locations again, it's all on the offer. Go to GoStever.com. If you're not a member of our fabulous club, you can always join and enter at the same time.
Nice.
All right, we've got Johnny and Ed Martin coming up next, ESPN. And again, the offer is up. You can go and get it. Good luck to you all from Monocle's Pizza. We're excited to offer that today. We'll talk to Ed Martin. Big old piece of CNN's had it, and I've read the whole article. And Johnny, and we'll get to Ed for about 10 minutes of what's going on. Is the government being closed ever going to end? Do the Republicans throw out the filibuster, meaning 50 votes? That means it's going to flip on you someday. All right, we'll go to that next. It's ESPN 93.5. Glad you're listening to Halloween 2025 at 7:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. It's not a meltdown yet, but air travel during the shutdown that reaches 31 days is dicey, prompting this response from one of the nation's largest carriers.
Delta Airlines implores Congress to immediately pass a clean continuing resolution to reopen the government so that our air traffic controllers, TSA, and CBP officers charged with the safety and efficiency of our national airspace can collect the paychecks they deserve.
Fox's Chanley Painters, senators leaving Washington for the weekend, leaving some 42 million people worried about how to pay for groceries. Their SNAP benefits will dry up this weekend. Hurricane Melissa racing past Bermuda while in Jamaica.
I lose everything.
That woman is not alone. People are scrambling for basic supplies. Melissa ravaged the island, 185-mile-per-hour winds earlier this week. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Funeral service is set for the 4 family members of Illinois Republican candidate Darren Bailey, killed in a helicopter accident last week. Bailey's campaign announcing his son Zachary, daughter-in-law Kelsey, and grandchildren. 12-year-old Veda Rose and 7-year-old Samuel died in the crash in Montana. Family of Katie and David Parkhill donating $1 million to Carl's Mills Breast Cancer Institute. It aims to honor Katie's own legacy after she died in August from the disease. During both of Katie's stints with the illness, she was treated at Carl's Urbana Cancer Center that helped them through tough times when Katie was still alive. Illinois State Treasurer committing $50 million to fund zero-interest and low-interest loans to unpaid federal workers during the government shutdown. An estimated 154,000 federal employees live and work in Illinois, and the office says it's uncertain how many have not been receiving pay since the shutdown began October 1st. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date. From the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom, I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Quiet and eventful weather here on this Halloween Friday into the early days of November, other than a passing sprinkle, clouds and sun, and a couple of fast-moving, windier weather systems on the move. Next week, broader scale warm-up expected. Temperatures above average will push well into the 60s by Wednesday. Shower chances are pretty much minimal, confined to late next week. For the day-to-day, partly sunny, a bit breezy. Mid to late afternoon trick-or-treat temperature about 58 with a northwest to west wind on the increase to 12 to 22. Mostly cloudy for tonight. Evening temperatures will slide back in the mid to upper 40s for the last trick-or-treaters. West wind overnight lows down to 36. Tomorrow, November 1, partly sunny. Kickoff temperature about 46, 47, 53 later in the ball game. Lighter on the northwest. West wind down to 33 tomorrow night. Back to standard time on Sunday. Mostly sunny, 56. We warm it up into the low and mid 60s Monday and Tuesday. Upper 60s and a gusty wind Wednesday. 62 next Thursday. Next chance for a shower come next Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. And again, happy Halloween to everybody listening. We appreciate you being out there. We are very honored to have back to our show on this Halloween Brother Johnny and Ed Martin. Ed, I want to read what you do now, but it'll take a half hour. Hang on. It's Associate Deputy Attorney General, Pardon Attorney. Hold on, I'm not done. Pardon Attorney, Associate, Director of the Weaponization Working Group, Special Attorney for Mortgage Fraud, and the Chief Enforcer of using all the tools available for Americans to get bad guys. So do you enjoy this, Ed?
Well, it is a great day. Guys, great to be back. Sorry I missed on Wednesday. It's great to be working for this president, and it is meaningful. You know, most of my days are filled with, I think what I'd say is meaningful and helpful work. So, yeah, I mean, look, and I think we're at a moment in this history of our country where so many things have been used against us. In the last 5 days, we've seen that the FBI and the DOJ under Biden was, I was on the list. I was on the enemies list myself. They were over 400 Republicans. It was basically anyone who was working hard and with some influence in the MAGA movement were put under surveillance, and then they were searching their phones and everything else. I mean, this is if the Kremlin was exposed to having done this, we'd say, oh yeah, those Soviets, the communists, they go crazy using government against the citizens. So we're at a key moment, and I think I'm to some extent on the front lines. And that is not always fun. I don't know if you saw, guys. CNN wrote a nice piece about me.
That's what I read
last night.
I read it. I know.
Yeah. So, and I want to meet that guy. They wrote it. Most of it's fiction, but I mean, still, it was a good picture. Yeah. And they didn't say, I couldn't go left when I was, on the basketball court. But so they didn't cover my weaknesses. But it is what it is.
The guy who wrote that might be on the list too now, Ed.
That's it.
That's right.
That is it. Well, you have so much you're working on. I don't know what you can talk about, but the whole Comey, Letitia, was it James? I mean, there's so many things on the. How do you manage everything you're doing? Because I'm sure new things are added daily.
Well, that's again, when you read the paper or CNN, they say a list of things, but you eat the elephant one bite at a time. And I would say, like, the most interesting work, I stepped out of a meeting just now this morning with a gentleman where a whole segment of the enforcement industry, I won't say which one, was weaponized against him and his business and his sons. And the thing I enjoy the most is when there's, I hate to say it, but when there's victims who you can let be heard and then figure out what happened. Because government, it's just so big, it's so intrusive, and under Biden it was so nasty that, there's a lot of people that really deserve some opportunity to figure out what happened to them. And then some stuff is just makes you shake your head and smile. I'm the pardon attorney, so I made the U.S. pardon attorney. And one of the things and then Biden was running the White House with an auto pen. He was so gaga. It looks like they weren't signing much. But so I'm the pardon attorney, and the auto pen exists. And it turns out all the pardons of Fauci and Liz Cheney and all these people were signed in my office or were processed in my office via the auto pen. So I'm looking at the background of how this was going on. And again, if we were running a medium-sized construction company, you'd shake your head and say, wow, there wasn't a lot of control over the corporate structure and who was signing checks or who was managing things. But this was the presidency, and it's unbelievable. It's incredible to see. So that stuff, you just kind of eat the elephant one bite at a time and try to keep going forward and do the best you can. But it is amazing.
I think what we're seeing as we look at DOGE and what you're talking about is really simply the government's too big. And when it gets that big, what you're talking about gets worse. You can't control that. There's too many people involved. It's very difficult. You have to pare it down. And so I think it's just a simply too big problem. And then when you're smaller, you still have to get the right people. So you've got a heck of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think that real quick. I think that is an important insight. When the government gets so big, you just can't control it. I just said to this guy in the other room, I said, the agency you're talking about, has the culture changed under Trump? And they said, not yet. There's a new head, but it hasn't changed because it takes so long. Once these entities are so big, you can't change them fast enough, and so they become their own inertia. The momentum becomes what I would say center left. That they're more, and then mostly for self-preservation. So that is an accurate problem, and I think that's the shutdown. We're in the middle of a shutdown, and I got to tell you, in this town, most things are working fine with 80% of the people not at work. So you got to say to yourself,
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Should they go nuclear on busting the filibuster? That's what the mention is this morning. President Trump thinking about let's just go for 50 votes. It'll flip on us someday, right? If they do that.
Here's what I think on that. I think you're right. Your logic is right, and your logic is how to say, like, ethical, moral, biblical. you say like if we are operating in a world where we're honorable people, if we do something that is drastic, others will do it drastic too. We're past that. Look, the Biden administration got in, and what's clear now is that they weaponized the government. They didn't make a prosecutorial choice to go after the people who were January 6th. That wasn't what that was. They did a wholesale hunting down of people that were related to the movement, and they didn't honor the norms of due process. They didn't honor the norms, the things that we're supposed to be doing. They didn't do that. Joe Biden waived the long-standing privilege of the president, and he said, "I'm now the president. I'm waiving Donald Trump's executive privilege because I'm now the president." The privilege does move with the presidency, not with the individual. So, and someone said, "Oh, if we do that now, waive the privilege of Biden, for example, and look at his records, they'll do it to us later." They've already shown they're going to do it to us. They shot the president. They killed Charlie Kirk. They destroyed countless numbers of people. And now we're going to say, "Oh, but if we're honorable, they'll be honorable next time." I think next time they'll be worse than they were this time. And we shouldn't. I'm not saying we shouldn't be gratuitous, but we shouldn't. Things like the filibuster. That's club rules of a club. When they did the rules, was almost all white men. And they had these club rules so that they could increase their own power, because if they had the filibuster, they could make sure that everybody had to negotiate with them. Well, we're at the point where the building's burning down. It's stopped. We have to stop debating whether we should, use the fire hydrant or kick in the door of the water company. This is, we're past that point.
I think you're right, but I swear on Obamacare they did not honor the filibuster. But then yesterday, and I didn't even look it up, Steve. But
I think John McCain was the deciding vote. If somebody that told me was correct, I'm not sure. I didn't follow.
That was to overturn it. This goes way back to the time. Anyway, we're going to check that, Ed. But you're right. I think you're 100% right. There's a point at which, if you're not going to follow the rules, and look what they're doing right now, they're basically throwing a fit because they didn't win. And the Republicans passed their bill, so they said, "We're not playing the bill game. We'll shut it down, wreck it." Right. And it's Trump. Right. Here's what do you think about that, Ed? That Trump talked Hamas into giving up the 20 hostages, but he can't talk Schumer to open the government. So people.
That's right.
It's like
that's right.
No, look. I mean, remember, you're right on the filibuster. The filibuster was supposed to be on Supreme Court judges and Circuit Court judges, and they got sick of it, so they just waived it. So there's no filibuster now. Remember when? And so, in other words, these are club rules. These are rules of the club of people that want 100 people that want to enhance their own power. I don't blame them. I'm describing what it is, but there's nothing constitutional about it. There's nothing particularly honorable about it. So if you can't run the government, if you can't right now we have thousands and thousands of people that aren't getting paid, aren't coming to their jobs because Chuck Schumer has a filibuster that he can hold seven. He can keep 7 people. So maybe that's the thing that's past its time. And what the mistake they're making, by the way, is they're allowing Trump to get the moral high ground, because he can say this is about letting people go back to work. Whereas what we really care about, by the way, are things like judges and appointments and other things. So it's an important moment, though, and we've got to. And when they get power, will they do it again? Yeah, but they'll probably do much worse. So I'm not going to worry about that now.
Yeah, you're Johnny. He's got one more minute. I'm going to let you ask the last question.
Well, I was just going to say, just point out, I can plug term limits because Schumer was here in the 80s when all this shutdown started, and it worked for the Democrats every time. So he doesn't have another play. He's thinking it's got to work, and it's not working. And I think that's another thing about term limits. You get fresh ideas and a fresh way of thinking. Schumer can't do that anymore. He's just going back to the well, and I think they went back one too many times.
The only thing I'd say, I keep telling people one of the time periods that was important, if you look back, I like looking at it to see, is the late 80s and early 90s in Italy. And in the late 80s, they had a scandal where they realized that everybody was corrupt in their legislature, and they voted out, no kidding, 95% of the members of the parliament got thrown out. In other words, everybody realized you guys are corrupt. The problem for us is I think the people in this country are learning how corrupt the system is, but when they go to throw them out, the system, again, is so corrupt, it protects them, right? So ultimately, it'll come down to 24 House seats. out of 435 next November that'll matter for control of the House, right? And to your point, Johnny, that that's not a system that's getting us. That's a system that's controlled by the incumbent class, and obviously that failed us. Now, whether term limits solves it, I like it too. But you can make that argument a different time. But the public is sick of it. The question is whether the one thing that they've had in the last 10 years to say we're sick of it, we want something different, is a guy named Trump on the top of the ticket, and they could go for him, and they knew he would break stuff. And the question is whether who's the next. What's the next? How does the movement go after him? But I agree with you that the incumbent class is a problem, a big problem. Never been as profoundly problematic as it is now.
Johnny, can you hang on, Johnny? I'm going to let Ed go. Ed's got to. I'd be a great handler for you, Ed. Your time to go. You've got to go. So
good man. Thank you, guys.
Talk soon. Thank you, Ed Martin. Johnny, Ed Martin, Associate Deputy Attorney General, Pardon Attorney, Director of the Weaponization Working Group, and Special Attorney for Mortgage Fraud.
That's a lot, I'm telling you. I'm actually glad I'm not doing that job, but that is a lot of work.
He is. He wanted to let us know that he's in St. Louis Sunday. He is speaking in St. Louis.
In Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday in St. Louis.
Dude.
There you go. Anyway, he's boy, I tell you, talk about. I mean, we knew him when, right, man? Unbelievable. All right, so I wanted to get this, Johnny. You'll like this. This is Barack Obama. 12 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to hear this about this whole government shutdown, and let's just listen to the former president.
If Republicans do not like the law, they can go through the regular channels and processes to try to change it. That's why we have elections. So they can go through the normal processes and procedures of a democracy, but you do not threaten the full faith and credit of the United States of America. Shutting down the government just because you don't like a law that was passed, I have to say no Congress before this one has ever in history been irresponsible enough to threaten an economic shutdown, to suggest America not pay its bills, just to try to blackmail a president into giving them some concessions. I will not negotiate on anything when it comes to the full faith and credit of the United States of America.
Can I send this to Chuck Schumer? Do you think he'd hear that or no?
I doubt it. But we've kind of been, you can call me Johnny Obama, because that's kind of what I've been
I know you've been saying that. That's why I was excited for you to hear it. You said the same thing. It's just if you wanted to, you said you do it legally. That's exactly what he said.
Oh, and you played the guy who said, well, that's the only leverage we have is...
right. No, I know.
So, and it's bad about the people who can't get enough food, but we want our way.
So what do you think? I mean, is Ed right? Do we just say, you know what, this is ridiculous? We're opening the government.
I would, and I'm going to check my theory.
Johnny, here what you said about that. No Republican voted for Obamacare, and they didn't have 60. So that you have to be right.
And let's fast forward to today. Their main claim of shutting down the government is health care costs, and people can't afford health care. Why? Because they broke the filibuster and shoved it down our throats.
Yep.
And so we should break the filibuster and get people food.
Well,
and what they're claiming about the health care, the health care costs are still going to go up because it's a mess. But at least if we take off people who shouldn't be on certain parts of it or in programs that they're not eligible for, that will save money. And you just can't hear that the size of the government is so big, and the Democrats want it bigger and bigger because eventually they can just say nothing's working, it's all collapsing, and they're tearing at every pillar of our entire culture and society. Then that's when you can take over. When it says fine, try it. We'll see how it works in New York City, but.
Boy, they're going to find out. He's up 16 points this morning in a new poll.
16 points from people who? The likely voters? The likely voters was like 700,000. That's how he got the nomination. There's another 2 or 3 million voters.
Okay.
So we'll see the unlikely vote. I don't know. I'm still saying a soft prediction They're just not going to let him take over.
I hope so. I hope so.
And
Johnny.
don't forget another thing, Steve. Big point. I talk about election integrity.
Yeah.
He's not going up against a Republican. Cuomo gets it in terms of how those votes are delivered. And their problem is they lost control because the Mamdani crowd's delivering a lot of votes. Legitimately, some of them not. But so the Democrats against the Democrats in a general, you don't see that very often. We got a Democrat running against a Democrat in a general election. Yeah. So you can take those polls and just kiss them goodbye. And so,
all right. Well, this is Brother Johnny, who's darn right most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, let's face it. I took Miami over the Raiders last night. So
I know you did not. Did you pick Miami to beat the Raiders?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you're looking for upsets.
They played lights out last week.
Yeah, I know they did.
Miami.
I know they did. No, I know.
Yeah. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm just saying.
I want to play this before I let you go. I want to play this Canadian. And I challenge you to find anything you disagree with a new person that came to America. Here you go.
Canadian, living in America. Been here about a year and a half. I have my own little mission on the go where I try to understand the people that hate your current administration the most. And today I have a message specifically for them. Now, I came to America with an open mind. Now, when I moved here, I believed that this country was built on freedom of speech, individuality, and respect for differing opinions. And what I learned pretty quickly is that there is far too many of you that believe that only those freedoms should apply to you and only you. And then within a second of somebody thinking differently than you, you will mock them, you will try to cancel them, and you will shut them out. You can't treat people like garbage and then expect them to stand beside you. That is not how unity works. You say that you're the party of tolerance, but you've also created this culture where if somebody doesn't agree with you, then they're automatically sexist, racist, or uneducated. You say that you're all for inclusion, but you exclude half of the country because they voted differently than you. You preach that you're all about kindness and empathy, but you can also cheer when conservatives lose their jobs or, I don't know, their life. You say that love wins, but you harass and cancel anybody who thinks differently than you. You love to say, my body, my choice for abortions, but then you call people murderers when they don't want to get a vaccine. You say that you need to protect democracy, but you're all for censoring people on social media just because they think differently than you. You scream that you're standing up for women, but you're also changing the definition of woman. You say that you're standing up for women, but you also want men in women's sports. You also want little boys to change in front of little girls. And if you don't agree with that, then you say that people are transphobic. You say that you're fighting for the working class, but you can also mock truckers and farmers and blue-collared workers whenever they think differently than you. You say that no human is illegal, but that is also the biggest crock I've ever heard because I followed all of the laws and legislation that this country had in place so that I didn't break the law. But you're supporting people who legitimately break the law by coming into the country illegally. You can't claim to be the party of compassion when you're straight up cheering when your political opponents suffer. You can't call yourself the party of tolerance when you shut down anyone who thinks differently than you. You can't say that you're protecting democracy while trying to silence half of your country. As somebody that's new to this country, please let me relay this message for you. You're not losing people because they're brainwashed or extremist. You're losing them because you've forgotten how to listen, you have forgotten basic respect, and you've also forgotten how to disagree without being hateful. And all of this is coming from a newcomer who genuinely believes that you can do better.
Tell me what you disagree about.
Well, I mean, she had it pretty well pegged. I can't remember. She must have written all that down.
Well, she's looking right at the camera. It looks like it's just in her car. I was just thinking, she either practiced it a lot or,
right.
It was
or maybe there's some kind of teleprompter app.
Well, and
maybe.
She's see, and that's another thing. I'll go back to New York in context of what she was saying. That's a relatively small number of people who are very noisy. There's a bigger number who vote Democrat because they always voted Democrat that haven't really thought through it like that, and then you've got this media kind of backing whatever they say. But Diane, I wasn't going to say it, but you might as well. You're going to find out. The bad news: Glamour just had their top 10 women. They're all men, which means the best women are actually men, Diane. Sorry.
Wait, hold on.
Wow.
What was this, Glamour magazine?
Oh, my goodness.
And they're all transgender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good looking. If you probably a little photoshopped.
I mean, Paul, I can't even think of
But hey, Diane, thanks for playing.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it's like, but those, that's what I mean. There's that noisy segment that really brings people along, and the media, Steve, is huge behind that.
Sure.
Because we're used to, if you're over 40, you're used to the media, telling you kind of what's going on. So you default to a trust that you shouldn't have.
Right. And you get the clicks, and then, you're able to sell advertising and things like that because you have so many people clicking on this because it's essentially, a freaky story or something that's totally
exactly.
against
Well, and so that's where this movement has it. But the lady who you had on from Canada is talking about what, 20%, Steve? 25? The 25 that we still have to bring across the line don't agree with what the progressives are pushing, and so it's different when you just go in and vote Democrat, and then you don't even know what that particular Democrat's saying. So it's complicated. It's deep-seated. It's embedded. So it is changing, and the Democrats doubling down on everything after this last election really gives us our best chance of breaking free from the woke side of it, because if they don't win the midterms, I think the Democrats are going to stand up.
Well, they're not. There's no way they're going to win midterms, Johnny, if everything is ethical. If everything is, but I understand the problems there. So we'll see.
No, right. But they still might lose them because there's the voting fraud does have its limits. There's just a limit when the people who say, "I'm the first one in 4 generations to not vote Democrat," that this sucks.
Yeah, right.
Then it's over. And those very people, or some from that side, the Democratic side, who are in this delivery system, and see, some of that is actually legal. Mm-hmm. It just shouldn't be, and so it's votes that probably shouldn't count, but they're allowed to count, like after the election and on into the months after. But they'll stop doing it because they say, "I'm not taking part in this anymore."
Yeah.
The ballot hoppers say, "I'm going to get an honest job." So they're really going so incredibly over the line that we got a shot. And you heard Ed, 24 seats?
Yeah,
that's it.
Right, it's a lot.
That's all we're fighting for.
Right.
For the whole 435.
Hey, I really appreciate all the time and the insight, Brother Johnny in New Orleans. Have a blessed weekend. We'll talk, I'm sure, before then, but we'll get you next week.
All right, CJ.
Good to have Ed Martin.
I got to go back to the drawing board on my football picks. But
that's right.
Okay.
All right. We'll say, go line it tomorrow against Rutgers, 12.5-point favorites here in Champaign.
What time is that game?
It's at 11 a.m. somewhere.
Right.
It's on TV somewhere.
That's right.
All right, Johnny. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans here on ESPN 93.5. We'll get some great weather here in just a few moments. We'll get him on live for this Halloween. Looks good for trick-or-treating tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we are 50s.
Got some testimonials coming in from Monocles and good experience that they've had and loving that pizza. Head to GoStever.com?
Yeah, go to Stever.com. $50 what I'm giving away. It's busting out of the machine. So many people want this.
Love it.
Did somebody say something you can quote in the next 30 seconds?
They were just saying that that's their go-to pizza.
Well, it's been there since 1959.
I know.
And I just kept having a bite of stuff, different things yesterday at Monocles in Urbana at the Pines, and it wasn't a slouch I have a menu, and I didn't know they did all that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I told Janelle, the CEO, I said, I think your prices are too low. She said, well, I've never heard that. And I didn't suggest they raise them. I'm just saying that when you go out to eat, you know the number.
Yeah.
It's $80.
Right.
You're going to do far less at Monocles. Mm-hmm. And you're going to eat in a restaurant.
Love the family pleaser.
I love
and the French dressing.
Family culture. Mm-hmm. Anyway, $50 what I'm giving away from Monocles. Go to GoStever.com. GoStever.com. The news coming up. That's Diane Ducey.
Happy Halloween.
I am Stevie J. It's coming up on 7:59. The news next. And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18.2. We're going to sell it for $12.5.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to dedicated diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
It's day 31 of the government shutdown. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and there's not even a Senate vote scheduled today trying to end the standoff. House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox.
The Democrats have voted 14 times now to prolong all this pain on the American people, and it's so frustrating to us. That's what you see reflected in the president's Truth post last night about the filibuster. We just want this to end.
Now, on Truth Social, the president urged Republican senators to play the Trump card and get rid of the filibuster the Democrats have been using to block funding, as Democrats demand Republicans add a provision to extend Obamacare subsidies set to expire at the end of the year and drive up the cost of coverage for millions of Americans. Millions more Americans could lose food stamp assistance starting tomorrow because of the shutdown. A lawsuit, though, is trying to force the Trump administration to dip into emergency contingency funds. Federal workers remain unpaid, including air traffic controllers who have to keep working.
A lot of our people can go through the miss of one paycheck, and it's hard for them, but a lot of them can get through it. None of them can get through 2 paychecks.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Many controllers have called out sick, a big factor in more than 20,000 flight delays this week alone. It's Halloween, and something in Michigan might have been scary for real. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X that this morning they thwarted a potential terrorist attack, arresting multiple people in Michigan. He wrote, "We're allegedly plotting something violent over the weekend," and he said more details are coming. Israel's turned over the remains of 30 Palestinians after Hamas handed over the bodies of 2 more dead hostages kidnapped in the October 2023 terror attack that triggered the war in Israel. Hamas still has 11 others.
Hamas has now returned the remains of 17 hostages, and Israel has returned the bodies of 195 Palestinians to authorities in Gaza. As part of the ceasefire deal, it's accusing Hamas of violating, saying they're delaying handing over bodies. Hamas is saying it's difficult to retrieve the bodies because of the destruction in Gaza.
That's Fox's Lillian Wu. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The U.S. military has blown up 15 suspected drug boats off the Venezuelan coast in an operation that started last month going after illegal trafficking, killing more than 60 people. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth calls narco-terrorists, defending the administration's legal authority to take action. Lawmakers in both parties want answers about the strikes, but Democrats were not impressed by a classified briefing yesterday.
Am I leaving satisfied? Absolutely not.
That's Congressman Seth Moulton. Now reaction from the UN.
The United Nations human rights chief says it is unacceptable for the U.S. to use its military to target and destroy vessels at sea alleged to be transporting illicit drugs. Volker Turk, the UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights, says the U.S. must stop and wants a full investigation, claiming the killing of boat crews is extrajudicial.
That's Fox's Eben Brown. There are new Fox polls out ahead of Election Day next week. In the New Jersey governor's race, Democrat Mikey Sherrill is at 52% with a 7-point lead over Republican Jack Ciattarelli, who tells Fox's Hannity he is optimistic he can pull off a red upset in the blue states.
Wherever I go around the state, the energy is electric. The reception in minority communities has been overwhelmingly positive.
In New York City, socialist Zoran Mamdani, who President Trump calls a communist, still has a big lead.
The Fox News poll shows Democratic candidate Zoran Mamdani with 47% support. Independent former Governor Andrew Cuomo comes in with 31%, and Republican Curtis Sliwa has 15%. Despite calls by some for Sliwa to drop out in an effort to help Cuomo, the Fox poll found in a two-way race, Mamdani would still win by 10 points. Mamdani's made prior comments about Israel, globalizing the Intifada and the IDF, and so Israel's been a focus ahead of the election. While 55% of New York's Jewish voters back Cuomo, the poll found 32% of them support Mamdani. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising after a sell-off yesterday. On Thursday Night Football, Baltimore beat Miami. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Aclivis is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home, sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, 8:06, Halloween, last day of November, October.
Wait, what?
If people really knew sometimes how my brain works, they'd say, "Oh, what happened to him?" Sometimes
where's the Thanksgiving dinner leftovers at then?
I always order the biggest turkey I can get. And why wouldn't you? Because leftovers.
I am in a November frame of mind, though, with the Parade of Lights having a meeting and people can get their units and sponsorship in. It's
like 27
November
days away.
29th.
Okay,
yes. The Saturday after Thanksgiving at 5 o'clock. I had a dream yesterday. I'm up on that balcony after the 50 or so units go by, call them all out, thank all the sponsors, hand out the prizes and the awards, and then Santa's up there and he counts down. But now we have that new festival plaza where the tree's going to be to light it up afterwards. And we're doing like a winter fest since it's the 25th anniversary. And we've got a party essentially starting at noon with this mistletoe market and all this local shopping, Elf on the Shelf contest coming down the pipe for kids to go everywhere in these different scenes where you can get pictures. It's going to be a blast,
Okay,
Stevie.
I know, and too bad you're not excited about it, but just have to get another enthusiastic MC.
How did that dream not wake you up?
I know. I had a dream. I was up there wickety wick DJing too the whole time.
Wickety wick.
Yeah. And putting in some Christmas carols and all.
Do you know that wickety wick can pay?
Yeah.
We had a DJ doing the wickety wick, like a rave thing, up and down at Grange Grove.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Guy got $27,000.
What?
Can I do
For
that?
1 gig?
2 hours.
Wow.
I mean, I thought my $300 an hour was high.
You are low. You're low. Tell me
maybe I should look at that.
27,000 is what you need, Diane.
Okay.
A few of those would be really good.
Go.
Soye will come and get 27,000 and give him an accurate forecast. That'd be great.
I'll just take a small percentage cut and feed me. I'm out.
That's right. That's our weather guy, the learned one, terrific at meteorology, unbelievable accuracy. He's 99.9, I think. He's amazing. Weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, the Indoor Aquatic Center and all these great fall activities, the s'mores, socials, and you just find out about how they stay healthy and fit and have fun. UrbanaParks.org.
All right, meteorologist Greg Solier looking at our weekend, Halloween day for trick-or-treating tonight and the big game, Rutgers, Illinois tomorrow. High school playoffs all over the place tonight and tomorrow. What do you see, partner?
Yeah, weather doesn't get any better other than maybe an errant sprinkle coming along, inconsequential in the big picture of it all. Pretty easy to take. mid-autumn weather around here. We'll welcome in the new month of November in tip-top shape, kind of more or less almost a mid-October feel around here with temperatures still well above average. Really nothing resembling a true, honest mid to late fall feel around here, at least through the first half to maybe 2/3 of the month of November. That's the story. And not much going on in the moisture department as well. We need to get that going with the ongoing dryness and drought still in that extreme category of parts of the area based on late yesterday's drought monitor into the weather office. Today, Halloween, trick-or-treaters, partly sunny, a bit breezy. We'll start things off with at about 56, 58 degrees mid-afternoon into the mid to upper 40s by the early to mid-evening around here, depending on your trick-or-treat time with the northwest to west breeze, 12 to 22. Bit gusty out there through the mid to late afternoon. We'll bottom out at 36 tonight. For the day tomorrow, partly sunny and 53. Don't forget the time change tomorrow night down to 33 and the earlier sunset, but not bad for the day Sunday. Sunshine, light wind, and 56. Here come low and mid 60s Monday and Tuesday, mid and upper 60s Wednesday, low 60s next Thursday. Next chance for a couple of rain showers around here come next Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, I've been playing the Halloween bumps.
Oh, yeah.
ESPN 93.5.
Can't go wrong with this one. Aiden and I are setting up a sound system in Tolono, and we'll be cranking it out on our porch.
Oh, boy. All right.
And, of course, doing Thriller, Monster Mash, Spooky from the classics.
Giving any candy out? Or
Yeah, we'll have a little. But, again, we're in the old side of town, so we don't get many. We just have fun.
All right, that's what it's about. Have a little fun. Weather will be good, and there'll be a lot of people out. And if you don't want to do it, then turn off your lights and close the door.
To me, I think this How to Train Your Dragon stuff, the toothless dragon, I saw a few of those in the contest, and it was complicated. I mean, these wings came out, and the kids just have so much. Of course, their parents with the creativity.
Sure.
It's more than just the superheroes and the princesses and things like that.
It's fun, and it's 8/11 on this Halloween. Don't forget this weekend, fall back on the clocks. Don't forget sometime today, it's a deadline to nominate a veteran. Any veteran at all has a chance at a $10,000 to $15,000 HVA system, meaning new furnace, new air conditioner, installed for free. Everything's free. From Mike and Gina Cribbett, family-owned ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Their website to nominate somebody, today's the last day to do it, is abcheatingandac.com or StevieJay.com, and it'll be right on our page, a link to them.
That's right.
Boy, it'd be a nice gift if you did that on the last day and ended up winning.
That's right.
And you might. I mean, it's open, and people are submitting things, and they're looking at all of the wonderful stories of these veterans, and I'd put one in there because you know somebody or somebody knows somebody that could really, really, really use this.
A Mana comfort system.
Whew. I mean, that's a $10,000 to $15,000 gift.
Just click on it at StevieJay.com. It goes straight to abcheatingandac.com to get that form filled out. It only takes less than a minute.
Let me get some sports headlines to you in just a moment.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Hey, Illini fans.
You love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet Special Sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow, right here in Champaign-Urbana, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, sports headlines, Diane.
Illinois women's basketball out of the gate with a win, 79-60 over Maryville yesterday. Next up will be Tuesday against SEMO.
I think Maryville beat Missouri, so I don't think
really?
Yeah, they're Division II. But I think they beat Missouri, so I think Shauna might have herself another great team.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
And a few of them, I saw some clips, and, they were saying just a lot of nerves. That first game and the introductions and everything.
Awesome.
So our Illinois soccer team wins 1-0 over number 8 Ohio State. As the number 9 seed, we now will face Sunday at 11, number 1 seed Washington when we continue with the Big Ten tournament. Of course, Illinois versus Rutgers with a 11 a.m. kickoff tomorrow, so go Illini with all of that. We didn't talk really about Scott Woodward, the $6 million payout. That's LSU's athletic director after Brian Kelly was fired in the last few days amidst his 5-3 season. Oh, my goodness.
Apparently the
Governor Jeff Landry
had said that he won't be hiring the next coach.
Right.
And this athletic director at LSU came from Texas A&M. They hired Jimbo Fisher. And he had $70 million buyout. So there's some bad contracts this dude's been putting out.
I see.
So that was that. And now a new AD, they're looking for a new AD in LSU and new head football coach. So a whole bunch of changes coming there.
Yeah, that's right. LA Dodgers in Toronto.
Yep.
Toronto leading the series 3-2. Game 6 at 7 o'clock on Fox tonight. Baltimore over Miami 28-6 yesterday. Some of our favorite teams playing Sunday at noon. You can catch them all when you go to Pia's. It'll be the Bears in Cincinnati. The Colts are in Pittsburgh and Carolina in Green Bay.
Go Bears on Q96. WQQB carries the Chicago Bears, 96.1 down the hall. And enjoy Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer. From diapers to driver's ed, you raised and supported your kids, but should your financial support continue into adulthood? Well, 79% of parents provide some financial support to their young adult children who are no longer in school, according to Forbes magazine. Busey wants you to know a little bit about what you ought to do in these tough situations. You might ask some questions. If your child needs money, why? What do they need the money for? And will the financial assistance help your child in the long run? And can you really afford it? And what if something goes wrong? Well, if you decide to say yes, you draft a loan contract, spells out everything. If you decide to say no, you could give a small, no strings attached gift. You could talk about it with the wealth management professionals at Busey. They've been around a long time helping people. For support and resources you need, speak with their experts today. You can go to Busey.com to start your process, or you call them at 1-800-67-BUSEY, or stop by one of their many convenient locations today. It's Busey, again, since 1868. 1 year after the University of Illinois was founded, you had a Busey Bank. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
That's a long time. Investment product services are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. Stever offered, the program where I, Stevie J, happily give you my money. Today, brand new, we welcome Monocle's Pizza to the Stever family. We're giving out $50 bills. These will be good at the restaurants in Tolono, Urbana, Champaign, Mahomet, St. Joe, and Rantoul. Those are the ones that are included in this offer. You can go to GoStever.com, enter, you'll get an email after 8 o'clock tonight. I say visit Monocle's again for the very first time. Yeah. They've got a lot of new things, and it's terrific. Great family atmosphere. It's 8:20.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather-free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. None too spooky weather-wise on this Halloween Friday across the area. Roll the calendar in through November 1 tomorrow. Par for the course stuff. A nice turnaround in temperature readings. A warm-up relative to the first week of November for next week. And just shower chances that'll be small, but increase late next week as well. Partly sunny, but breezy for this Halloween. Friday afternoon temperatures to about 58 with a northwest to west wind on the increase at 12 to 22 and gusty. For tonight, mostly cloudy. Evening temperatures will settle back into the mid to upper 40s. Overnight lows down to 36 on a west wind. Tomorrow, November 1, partly sunny and 53. We'll settle back to 33 tomorrow night. Don't forget the time change at 2 a.m. Back 1 hour. Mostly sunny. Back to standard time on Sunday with a high at 56. Next week, 61 Monday, 64 Tuesday. Wednesday high at 67. Lower 60s next Thursday and Friday. Dry weather Monday through Thursday. Chance for a couple of showers for next Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Any concerns about Apple's business were crushed by its record sales in the summer quarter. Demand jumped for the iPhone 17, and now Apple expects even more customers to upgrade to the phone in the December quarter. Amazon says demand for its cloud business, Amazon Web Services, jumped in the recent quarter. Sales were the strongest in 3 years. NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang says the company will supply more than 260,000 of its most advanced artificial intelligence chips to South Korea's government and some of South Korea's biggest businesses, including Samsung. Oil companies are dealing with lower prices. Both ExxonMobil and Chevron reported a decline in earnings. Chevron's quarter did top expectations, helped by its purchase of Hess. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, I'm Teresa Giudice.
I'm Clay Aiken.
I am Dre DeMatteo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jill Whelan.
Hey, everybody. It's Billy Baldwin.
It's Patricia Heaton.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi. It's Candace Bushnell.
Hey, everyone. It's Henry Golding.
Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon. I'm Ted Lange, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales, this is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure, and with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I'll bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope, no interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess, no free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow, I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? I think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul.
Wow.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Fall is here, and that means it's time to make sure your furnace is ready before the cold sets in. With our Land's Comfort Family Plan, we'll visit twice a year to keep your HVAC and plumbing systems in top shape. You'll have peace of mind of knowing your home is ready for the season ahead. Call Land's today at 217-355-5512 and ask about joining our comfort family. Visit us anytime at landsinc.com, and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Well, I love going into Pards. Smells like leather.
Yeah.
They've been around since the 1960s.
I mean,
locally
they started
owned.
out like a tack shop, right? Which is for horses and stuff.
Yeah, they still got all of that. And they sell those across the nation. Some of the bits and the things, saddles, stuff like that. But they have boots. And they got the biggest selection of in-stock boots in Illinois at Pards in Urbana off University. And they're family-owned, and I love supporting local. And Mark and Angie are awesome.
Yes.
All right, 7:25 in Denver.
And we will have that kind of feel for the time change that's coming up.
8:25 in Champaign, 9:25 in New York if you care, and 6:25 in LA.
I mean, surely all of our computers will change with all of that, right?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Why would you ask me?
I mean, it could
somebody
be that we're off.
Ask somebody who knows anything.
I think I'm on to read early on Sunday morning, so I got to get that right. I'm sure that.
But spring has when you miss stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
It's a fall back, you get that extra hour.
Yeah.
I don't think we ought to be doing anything with the clocks.
Me too. And somebody
had
texted in, will Trump be ever doing anything about this time change?
Well, they
stuff?
talked about it. Maybe it's pushback. I don't know. I just think it's just, that's the old man's voice. Just leave it alone. Why would we do it? Stupid.
Right.
So they've talked about the trying to get the government open. It might have to be something you may not want to do long term, but Ed Martin, who joined us last hour, who's working near the White House, in the White House, around the White House, in a whole bunch of different roles, said, you know what? This has gone long enough. You don't think the Democrats will do something no matter what we do? He said, time to open the government. So we'll see if they cancel you need 60 part, the filibuster.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be dangerous because when the Democrats get in power, and someday they will, they'll just do that.
Yep.
And you won't have anything. But I think Johnny was right. I don't think Obamacare... I don't think they got 60. I just remember that Obamacare didn't get one Republican support, so they didn't have 60 Democrats. I know that. So I don't know. Maybe they did get through, which is the problem. The sticking point now is they want these subsidies to continue for health care, Obamacare. And they shoved that down our throat on a Friday night. What the heck? Not one Republican voted for that. Anyway, I'll see. I think the people with food stamps, essentially the EBT SNAP, I'd bring it up and do it tonight. So we'll see how that plays. I tell you what, there'd be 42 million people and 30,000 in Champaign County that would be appreciative.
That's right. Well, I'm worried about the travel with the air traffic controllers now on their second pay cycle without being paid. I'm traveling inside the next week.
I don't know. There's delays. Are you going day before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
day before is the best. You
Chicago to Miami and
never
then cruising out of there.
Never go on a cruise the day of. Don't leave Champagne the day of because stuff happens.
Okay.
And you miss your boat. Then you got to fly to it, and they're not responsible for that. Day before. That's good. Good you're doing. All right. News coming up. Another segment to go. 217-359-2255. That's the text line. The Fisher National Bank text line. And you are welcome to chime on anything we say. We'd love to hear you chiming in. I'll be right back. It's 8:28.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak?
Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need mailbox services, we'll be the mailbox store.
What if my business isn't brick and mortar?
Easy. With our mailbox services, you'll get a real street address instead of a P.O. box.
What if I give you a big bear hug for making my day?
Then get in here, buddy.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our mailbox services. We'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. On this Halloween, day 31 of the government shutdown, FBI Director Kash Patel posting the FBI thwarted a potential terror attack and arrested several in Michigan plotting a violent Halloween weekend attack. Well, many government services are shutting down. President Trump posting the Senate should take the nuclear option, get rid of the filibuster. House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox.
The Democrats have voted 14 times now to prolong all this pain on the American people. And it is so frustrating to us. That's what you see reflected in the president's truth post last night about the filibuster. We just want this to end.
Kim Kardashian joining conspiracy theorists badgering 95-year-old Apollo astronaut Buzz Aldrin with claims he never went to the moon. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy posting, yes, Kim, we've been to the moon 6 times and NASA and Artemis is going back. America's listening to Fox.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales, this is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure, and with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope, no interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess, no free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow, I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? I think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul.
Wow! Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Here's a look at local news. A jury convicting former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy of second-degree murder in the death of Sonia Massey. Sean Gracie shot and killed the unarmed black woman in July last year after she called 911 over a potential intruder at her Springfield home, sentencing January 29. The governor's taking action to help Illinois farmers dealing with the negative impacts of President Trump's tariffs. He signed an executive order declaring an agricultural export crisis. Through the order, the governor is directing state agencies to take immediate action to enhance domestic markets for agricultural commodities and support for families. City of Champaign continues to make strides in their effort to stop gun violence. Wednesday night was a step in working to stop these shootings before they change lives for the worse. That's why Chicago-based community health organization Aclavis is coming to Champaign. Last year, they stopped almost 2,000 interactions on the brink of turning violent. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
8:34. A check of this Halloween weather forecast. Meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your computer isn't the only thing that needs a Windows update. Give your home the best thing in energy efficiency when you replace those drafty windows. Learn more at kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather-free Central Illinois. This Halloween Friday across the area. Roll the calendar in through November 1 tomorrow. Par for the course stuff. A nice turnaround in temperature readings. A warm-up relative to the first week of November for next week. And just shower chances that'll be small, but increase late next week as well. Partly sunny, but breezy for this Halloween. Friday afternoon temperatures to about 58 with a northwest to west wind on the increase at 12 to 22 and gusty. For tonight, mostly cloudy. Evening temperatures will settle back into the mid to upper 40s. Overnight lows down to 36 on a west wind. Tomorrow, November 1, partly sunny and 53. We'll settle back to 33 tomorrow night. Don't forget the time change at 2 a.m. Back 1 hour. Mostly sunny. Back to standard time on Sunday with a high at 56. Next week, 61 Monday, 64 Tuesday. Wednesday high at 67. Lower 60s next Thursday and Friday. Dry weather Monday through Thursday. Chance for a couple of showers for next Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Yeah, apparently Obamacare did pass with 60 votes. They're talking about throwing that out for this get government back to work. They had 6. I had no idea. I'd forgotten that they had enough independents and Democrats to caucus with the Democrats. So you had 60 and only 39, all Republicans. They did not vote for it. No Republican voted for it in the House as well. Closer in the House, 219, 212. And 60. I did not recall that the Affordable Care Act passed and they got their full 60. So, long term, I think it's a bad idea to bust the filibuster. It'll come back on you at some point. But I also think that I don't know how you break this thing if all you're doing is saying, hey, here's my continuing resolution. It's called clean because the Republicans didn't add anything to it. It's something Chuck Schumer supported 6 months ago. They said it's not a good idea to close government, and he did that, and then he got all kinds of pushback from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her gang. And so he's feeling the pressure of being primaried. He probably already will be. But this is all Chuck Schumer has known in his life as a career, is to be in power. So he is he's acquiescing to the left, and he's might pay for that either way. So you got government workers, pretty key ones at air traffic control, military. They've shuffled some money to pay the military tomorrow, but the EBT, the food stamps, the food program, for $42 million is not going to be. It's a card that gets reloaded,
right?
And so that won't be reloaded in the morning. And then you're saying, well, they shouldn't get it anyway. Well, it's not the time to discuss that. You don't want 42 million people, and a whole bunch of those. I don't think all, but the whole bunch of them do need it. Well, they made bad choice. I know, but we're trying to help them. It's supposed to be temporary, get over the hump kind of thing. And it's too many people, and you got to figure out. I think they should somebody should study this and say, okay, who needs this and how long do you need it for?
Right.
Should not be a generational legacy of waking up and saying, I don't have to work, you owe me. What the heck?
The entitlement stuff.
It's just the wrong direction to go.
217-359-2255, a 217 texter. So what's up with Trump firing so many top established military generals and replacing them with others? Seems a little authoritarian to me.
No, it seems like you want your own people, right? You want to put the people, when you go into the White House, the staffers don't stay. He can keep the Biden staffers. Oh, that's authoritarian. No, it's getting your own people that have the philosophy and they want to go on the same page as you. You have a general bucking you because that's not what they just get another general. It's what you do in the workplace. If you have somebody tearing you apart because you're not doing it right like the last guy.
Right.
You don't go with it. You don't try and make, you put somebody else in there. You work at the pleasure of the president. He can do that. Totally legal. So I have no problem if he wants a different guy, he gets a different guy. He's the president.
Well, a suggestion earlier from Brian to just what he says, just do the nuclear option, pass the CR, give Trump 4 new Supreme Court nominees. Wasn't it the Dems who wanted 13 justices on the Supreme Court?
That was to cancel out the 3 that Trump put in his first term.
Right.
And if you did that,
Just
then you're
move
going
the number.
You're going to have 27 Supreme Court justices. Turned into the Champaign County Board. They used to have, what did they used to have? 50 people? I don't know. It was impossible.
How do you get anything done?
Now they're down to 22 or something?
Okay.
I don't know what they had. The Champaign County Board was always like, good luck to you. The worst job in the county was going to cover that and the Urbana City Council. Trying to be a news person. It's like, anything else I can cover? No, go to the Urbana City Council.
Well, it's kind of a shame that it's 22 members on the Champaign County Board right now, 2 members representing each of the 11 districts.
Yeah, everything in our county is Democrat. And hopefully not woke Democrats, but I think some of it is.
But I know reporters can watch all these meetings online from the country.
Are you kidding me? Okay, if you have to.
Right.
Who watches out of interesting? Who would watch that?
I mean, I've done it for Tolono to keep up with things and write my articles for the Southern Champaign County Today.
Okay, well, you're kind of a newsie on that. You have to follow to know what's going on.
But I mean, that's how reporters can do it. You don't have to attend.
Yeah, but generally you want quotes from them. You want to talk to them after.
But you can get that while watching the video.
No, talk to them after. Say, hey, you said that. What do you mean?
Yeah, I've never done
that. We don't have that.
Or I can just text all my people that are on the board.
Tell me what you can say. What Big Ten towns have a media big enough to go ask questions like that? Nobody anymore.
Right.
The newspaper's the newspaper. They're trying to hang in there.
Yeah.
But it's not easy as reporting goes. Who's doing reporting?
And so often you're just responding to newsletters and news bulletins from people. And of course that's manufactured to a positive spin.
Well, it's going to be from them.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, okay, but if you don't have anybody putting a headline out or covering the news like we used to, then guess who's going to go take a streetcar junket to San Francisco to study trolleys for Urbana? You'll justify it without any push. But why are you doing that? Why would you have to all go to? You spend how much? $17,000? I mean, that's the kind of stuff you have to check on. It's a smaller level, but it's still the people would care.
Yeah.
But no, we've lost some news here, and it's not good. Not good for a republic like ours.
We had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, dedicated diesel.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do installation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863. Or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Did you know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Early detection is key. According to the American College of Radiology, more than 75% of women who develop breast cancer have no family history of breast cancer. Talk to your provider about your risk factors and screening recommendations. One of the most effective tools in fighting breast cancer is early detection through mammograms. Talk to your Christie Clinic, OBGYN, or primary care provider about your mammogram screening recommendations.
Schedule an appointment today at ChristieClinic.com.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. All right, let's check your sports headline or two. Diane has that going on.
All right, NFL action. Baltimore beat Miami 28-6. Is Tua Tagovailoa
he's a quarterback from Miami.
Is he not playing anymore?
No, he's playing.
Okay.
He's they're just not real good.
He used to keep up. Kyle Tosk was our guy who was the Dolphins fan for some reason. Anyway,
yeah.
Bears in Cincinnati heard that action over on Q96 Sunday at noon. Indy is in Pittsburgh and Carolina in Green Bay. All these games are at noon on Sunday. Illinois and Rutgers. It'll be an 11 a.m. kickoff tomorrow. Go Illini. We also had our women's basketball team beating Maryville 79-60. A dozen players saw playing time. SEMO is who we play on Tuesday. The guys will be in action on Sunday against Jackson State. We have our Illinois soccer team, number 9 seed, taking down the number 8 seed Ohio State 1-0. Now they're playing Sunday at 11 against the number 1 seed Washington.
You said soccer 1, right?
Soccer 1.
Okay, and they play who?
Washington, number 1 seed, Sunday at 11. So take note of that. NBA action, Milwaukee over Golden State 120-110. New York is in Chicago 4-0. 7 o'clock game. Atlanta is in Indianapolis to face the Pacers at 6. We had NHL action with Vancouver over St. Louis in a shootout 4-3. Winnipeg beat the Blackhawks 6-3. MLB World Series Game 6 tonight, 7 o'clock on Fox. If the Blue Jays win, they'll win it all.
Yep.
3-2 with the Blue Jays on top, and they are hosting the LA Dodgers. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
All right, we're going to check your weather with our meteorologist Greg Soye next. For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Check your weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. Boy, when you have these pretty fall days, wouldn't it be nice to have a pergola or a sunroom or a deck patio all set up? 10% off on the project. KramerSiding.com.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Quiet and eventful weather here on this Halloween Friday into the early days of November, other than a passing sprinkle. Clouds and sun and a couple of fast-moving, windier weather systems on the move. Next week, broader scale warm-up expected. Temperatures above average will push well into the 60s by Wednesday. Shower chances are pretty much minimal, confined to late next week. For the day-to-day, partly sunny, a bit breezy. Mid to late afternoon trick-or-treat temperature about 58 with a northwest to west wind on the increase to 12 to 22. Mostly cloudy for tonight. Evening temperatures will slide back in the mid to upper 40s for the last two trick-or-treaters. West wind overnight lows down to 36. Tomorrow, November 1, partly sunny. Kickoff temperature about 46, 47, 53 later in the ball game. Lighter on the northwest. West wind down to 33 tomorrow night. Back to standard time on Sunday. Mostly sunny, 56. We warm it up into the low and mid 60s Monday and Tuesday. Upper 60s and a gusty wind Wednesday. 62 next Thursday. Next chance for a shower come next Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on KramerSiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
There's a new way to stay connected with the Urbana Park District. Just send a text. Got a question or a comment? Text us and we'll reply within one business day. And now you can follow your interest. Sign up for text alerts about programs, events, and weather updates. Choose as many interests as you'd like. It's quick and easy. Just visit urbanaparks.org and tap Text Us or Follow Your Interest. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
Hey, KO, is it a good thing to be ranked, or would you rather be the underdog?
Oh, it's better to be ranked. You can't just look past the next opponent, though. Coach sees to it that nobody gets overconfident. On the other hand, it's a big deal taking down any ranked team.
I get it. When somebody comes into our store, we're sure we can take care of them, but we don't assume the deal just because Good Vibes has ranked #1 in the People's Choice Contest again.
Speaking of ranked, what's up with Sony? Bravia 5, 7, 8, or 9?
In Sony's lineup, 3 is backlit, 5 is mini LED, 7 is brighter mini LED, 9 is the best mini LED, Bravia 8 is OLED with better viewing angle and black level, and the 8 Mark II is the hybrid panel that won the King of TV award again.
That's a lot to keep track of. And that's just Sony.
Good thing I don't have to keep track of run versus pass, shedding blockers, and tackling without getting flagged. I think I'll stay in my lane.
Good plan.
All right, let me play Brett Bielema. The biggest concern, I think, for Illini fans this week was what the defense looked like last weekend in Washington.
In what ways did you challenge your defense this week, and how did you see them respond to it?
Yeah, I think to know our opponents, so we all know we're playing Rutgers on Saturday, right? But they're playing the person they're playing against, right? Like, I think one of the big things that I really was in tune to when I made that jump to the NFL was, okay, it's the Patriots, when we were getting ready to play, a certain team, but it's about how you as a right guard match up against their D tackle, right? And that's the thing. We got 8 games on these guys. Rutgers has had a lot of good players come into the program, and now they get to see them in matchup issues. Obviously, we concentrate on a lot of the Big Ten games, but even going back to that first game Ohio and the challenges that brought to them. But last week at Purdue, it's almost the same mirror trip for them, right? They're coming in same time frame in the same region of the country, and so that game last week obviously very good as well.
Okay, that's Brett Bielema, our Illinois football coach. The Illini take on Rutgers, 12.5-point favorites. That's Illinois, maybe even up to 13. So we're favored to win, but, got to play well.
Yeah.
Every week.
And good luck to Unity taking on Mount Carmel, Monticello and Paris, Benton, and St. Joe Ogden. We have Tuscola and Nokomis, Casey Westfield and Red Hill, Gibson City, Melvin Sibley, Ottawa Marquette. Boy, we've got a lot of great local teams in action, including Champaign Centennial against Oak Forest.
So go all local teams. We're rooting for you. Hope you can get deep into this process, which would end, I guess, on Thanksgiving.
There's Muhammad Seymour and Marion. Yeah. It is Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
And is it here?
All ISU, Illinois State now.
Very good.
I think that's your home of it now.
Right.
And that's a nice field and nice town.
Mm-hmm.
Bloomington Normal's got it going on. All right, last couple of things. Last day to register a veteran. Just send whatever information to abcheatingandac.com. It won't take you more than 5 minutes. And somebody's going to win $10,000 to $15,000 heating and air conditioning from ABC. Awesome local company.
Absolutely.
And the Monocle's Pizza, brand new Stever. I'm giving out $50 bills to Monocle's in Tolono, Mahomet, Rantoul, Urbana-Champaign, St. Joe. Those 6.
Good job.
They're in the loop. Okay, Diane, we're going to meet on Monday, God willing.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. There you go. Wow, we could have had that all morning.
Okay.
I didn't know you had that skill. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend. Talk to you on Monday.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales. This is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure. And with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope. No interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess. No free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow. I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? I think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul.
Wow. Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
When looking for a bank, you deserve the best. Philo Exchange Bank is a best of Bauer bank rated 5 stars in financial strength and stability for over 28 consecutive years. Banking with us means you're banking with one of the strongest banks in the nation. Visit any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands to experience the best firsthand.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Hi, it's Wes from Lands Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Lands is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Lands we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Lands Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Right now, Lands is offering up to $1,500 off qualifying Trane heating and cooling